right.
There we go.
Wonderful. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to our Sunday night team call. We are so excited that you are on this line, and we have two very, very special guests joining us on this call who are two of our dear friends, Zach and Eden Slobin. They have been a part of Isagenix for a handful of years, and you're actually going to be able to hear their story, but we value them tremendously. They have, been to top achievers. Zach and Eden both have been on the field advisory board. Zach was asked again to be on the field advisory board for the second time in a row, which is a huge honor. Him and Eden both bring so much contribution to all of us in Isagenix and the company. Zach was just named the Isagenix Man of the Year, which he is just, both of them are like, okay, not the accolades, but really it's just a testament to their character and who they are as people. My favorite thing about Zach and Eden is that when you speak to them, they look you in the eye and they're only talking to you, and the world could be spinning around them. People could be standing in a line waiting to talk to them, and they treat every person as if they are kings and queens, which we all know people are so important, and Zach and Eden do a beautiful job of that, and they have become some of our dearest friends. We're not financially connected with them, but they've blessed us so much with their wisdom, their love, and their friendship. And I'm just so excited to have them on this call tonight.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't been blessed enough to hear any of their calls, any of their training, see any of Zach's mind-boggling posts on Facebook that cause you to question everything and reconsider your life in the best way, we really are so blessed to have them. And I would just say and encourage you guys to not take their presence for granted, and what they're going to share with you, I know, because they always do that with us, is going to be their best. It's going to be the best that they have, and they are forerunners in this in so many ways, and we are so honored to have you guys on the call, giving of your time, giving of your resources, giving of your experience. And so without further ado, welcome Zach and Eden Slobin tonight to the call.
So let's get this. Are you guys with us?
Here.
Okay, yay, hi.
Thanks for the amazing introduction.
For real, I feel like I should do like jumping jacks just to get warmed up, to get hyped up for y'all. Geez, that was intense. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You're two of our favorite people. You're two of our closest friends. You're two people who we have watched grow and become just the most amazing leaders. I said livers. Leaders.
Talk about that in a second.
Two of the most amazing leaders. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you realize how much you inspire us with the way that you lead your team, how you always show up with love, how present you are for people, and how you literally, you give everything that you have to everybody in your life, and you want this for your team so badly, more than you want this for yourselves. So for those of you guys who are new to this call, who are new to the team, who are new to Audrey and James, and you look at these two people and you're like, how can these people be so amazing? Like, is it real? Is this they're so pure, they're so authentic? Guys, they are this way all the time, especially when no one is looking, especially behind closed doors, especially when they're with their closest friends and family. They are two of the most consistent people with how they show up out of anybody I've ever met in my life.
And that's because the roots bear the fruits. So special shout out to Mama and Papa Moss and Mama McLeod that are on the call tonight. They're the reflection of their parents, who are all amazing people.
Yes.
So I just think that's so cool. And James can rock a pair of jean shorts and cowboy boots and a red tank top with the best of them. Just so, that's what we all aspire to here at Isagenix. So
all right, guys. So we want to get into the training portion of the call. Aud, you sent me some questions. Do you want to prompt us with them, or you want us to just kind of blaze through them?
Yeah, well, first, there are a lot of new people who've joined the team who don't necessarily know your story. So, guys, we want to encourage you, be alive and vibrant in the chats tonight. When things resonate with you, please use them, and we would love to for you guys to just share your story.
All right. We can absolutely share our story. And before we even get into that, can we talk a second about, I don't know, like I've been on so many calls, you guys, the last, I don't even know how many days, I can't even speak, but let's talk for a second about the Scottsdale Summit. Just go like this if you're excited to run for the Scottsdale Summit. How many of you guys are declaring that you're going to be there? We are so excited about this event. I mean, we've wanted to collaborate with Audrey and James for a really long time, and we watch so many of you guys rising through the ranks, we see you guys on Instagram, and we're so inspired and excited to spend some time with you, really pour into you. There's so many different ways that you can achieve this promotion or this contest. You can earn your way to the Scottsdale Summit while earning your way to Disney. It's the same activities. It's rank advancing and enrolling, rank advancing and enrolling, enrolling and rank advancing, wash, rinse, repeat. You focus on those activities and you hopefully will wake up having won the contest and of course having qualified for Disney. Disney is one promotion that I've never seen the company create a contest that is so achievable for anybody. Every single person that has their eye on Disney should be able to get there. If you're in action, you should be able to get there without even focusing on it. All right, our story. We'll shift gears. Our story starts with you.
So I was retired from network marketing. You couldn't pay me to join a company. I'd been offered money, cars, positions. I said no to everything. And the reason I said no to everything was I'd really kind of become disillusioned with the people that made up network marketing, not the business model of network marketing, but the people that had made it up. So I ran into a colleague actually at the gym who started talking to me about Isogenics. I said, look, I want nothing to do with building a business. I am interested in getting on the products, but please don't talk to me about building a business. So I got on the products, and in a fairly short period of time, I burned 20 pounds of fat. I dropped 3 jean sizes, and I went from 15% to about 8.5% body fat. And the only thing I had done was put Isogenics in my body alongside of the workouts that I was already doing. Well, when Eden and I first started dating and I first took off my shirt, let's just say she was mildly impressed with my physique. And she wanted to know what I used for my nutrition, and I didn't want her to know that it was a network marketing company. So I just started bringing her some shakes. So instead of bringing her flowers and chocolates, I'd just bring her a shake. Well, she fell in love with the shakes, and she was getting ready to go on a trip to Vietnam, and this was in December of 2012, and was worried about having access to clean food. So I said, look, just take a box of shakes with you. That way you can always have at least one good meal while you're traveling.
Guys, I didn't know it was network marketing. I didn't know that there was any financial opportunity associated with this at all. I'm just loving the products. I'm loving the shakes. So I take one shake a day with me to Vietnam. I lost like 7 pounds on that trip. I was gone for a couple of weeks, just on one shake a day. I felt amazing. I didn't get sick. I was so energized. And my boss had me come straight to my office after 30 hours on the plane. She said, you're out of paid time off. You have to come to work. I'm not giving you an extra day. I'll see you there.
Ladies, or even fellas, how many of you guys have ever seen The Devil Wears Prada? Just go like this. You ever seen the movie Devil Wears Prada? Meryl Streep was the inspiration for Eden's old boss.
Yes. So I get back to my office after being on the plane for 30 hours, and she sees me. My boss sees me. She says, Eden, how do you look so good after traveling all those hours? I said, I don't know. Zach has me on these shakes. I'm like, I feel amazing. She said, I want to try some. I had one shake left. I made it for her. She loved it. Went to isogenics.com. This was like back in the day before you were able to order retail online. There was just like, it was like a dead end. There was no shopping cart. There was no way to buy product. So she said, Eden, how come I can't buy product on isogenics.com? I said, I don't know. Let me figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. I sent Zach a message. He ignored me.
Well, I ignored her because now I'm sitting here going like, great, what am I going to do? I don't want to buy her boss a bunch of product. And again, I don't want her to know it's network marketing. So I ignore her.
So I come home 2 days later. I put the computer down in front of him. I said, Zach, my boss won't stop asking me about these shakes. I'm out of product, and I have tons of friends that would love this stuff. Why are you being so weird about it?
So that's when the entrepreneur in me came out, and I was like, well, how many of your friends would love this stuff? And she's like, I know a ton of people. Why? And I said, look, I've been really reluctant to share this with you, but Isogenics is a network marketing company. And I kid you guys not, she slams her hand on the table. I can't believe it. Tell me it's network marketing. I'm all about residual income. Who do I talk to next? So
I was mad.
It was our first fight. So on the one hand, the trumpets are blaring. Thank you, God. The unicorns are jumping. Confirmed it's my soulmate. On the other hand, I'm terrified because I know how easy it is to get hyped up. I know what it takes to build a business. I know that I'm going to marry this woman. So no way am I getting into business with her just a couple of months into our dating. So I said, look, you go do your thing. I'll support you. I'll answer any questions you have, but I'm retired from network marketing. Please don't ask me about it again. And I didn't ever think she was going to do anything. And it's the one time in our relationship, just the one time ever that I was wrong. And I'm just glad that I was wrong.
Just the
one time ever.
So guys, let me tell you. So here's what he says to me. He says, I'm going to support you from a distance. Like, I love you. Go do it. And the company is known for their systems. I said, what do you mean they're known for their systems? He said, yeah, they're known for, the Isagenix is known for their nutritional cleansing systems. I was like, you've only told me about the shakes and there's a complete system? See, guys, I had gained about 15 pounds after knee surgery and I was struggling. I was doing everything and nothing was working. So I went and put the system in my body and I lost another 12 pounds, 25 inches, 2 dress sizes. My brain fog cleared. I started waking up with energy. How many of you guys, before Isagenix, you woke up and you were still tired? I was tired. I spent all my 20s, I was just in a fog. And suddenly that lifted. And all of a sudden, this job that I hated and this boss that was a nightmare, all of a sudden my stressful life became manageable because I was fueling myself with the best food I had ever been exposed to in my life. All the while, I'm like, my energy's on fire. I'm telling everybody about it. People are saying, hey girl, what are you doing differently? I'm sharing Isagenix with them. In my first month, I made $1,100. That was so much extra money for me, working 50 hours a week, spending 2 hours a day in traffic. I didn't have a lot of extra time. I was taking 15 minutes on coffee breaks and 30 minutes on my lunch to call people and ask them to take a look at this. I made $1,100 extra, no idea what I was doing. In my second month, I made another $2,200, no idea what I was doing. And then I got backed into a corner. Corporate greed, corporate bureaucracy. My boss wanted me to do some things that just weren't aligned with my values. And I knew I had to take a very hard look at the life that I had set up. I was earning 6 figures at my corporate job, doing accounting. I was the one that was behind the scenes plugging numbers into spreadsheets while the people whose dreams I was building were out on a yacht in the middle of the Mediterranean, entertaining their family, and here I am just wasting my life away. That was how it felt. I knew that there was so much more potential for my life than this, and here all of a sudden, my boss is backing me into a corner. I've made over $3,000 in my Isagenix business. Every day I'm waking up to text messages from people saying, thank you so much. These products are changing my life. I feel better than I've ever felt before. Thank you for sharing this with me. And it was like God was speaking directly to my soul. I got an instant download that this is what I've been asking for. And I went home to Zach and I said, look, dude, I know who you are. I know you're an expert at this. I know that you don't want to come out of retirement, but you get to do this with me. Let's go do this together. I didn't spend my life looking for you so that we can be a part at jobs that we hate for 15 hours a day, relying on somebody else to sign our check if they decide to. Let's go do this. And he said, okay. But he said, here's the thing, babe. He said, here's what I know about network marketing and here's what I know about business. Success loves speed. If we're going to do this, we're going to run fast and we're going to go straight to the top and we're not going to stop until we get there. And once we get there, we're not going to stop. And I said, all right, I'm all in. Success loves speed. I love speed. I love success. Let's go make it happen. And we literally did not take our foot off the gas. And so the one thing that I can suggest for you, if you guys, now not everybody wants to create a financial home run. Some of you guys watching this, you want to create $500 a month, and that's amazing. $500 a month, according to statistics, will reduce the divorce rate in America by 50%, just $500 extra a month, $300 to $500 a month. But you know what? Kelly Dickerhoof started out wanting to make $500 a month, and now she earns a couple $1 million a year and is in the top 10 of the company. So you don't know what your $500 a month goal might escalate into as you start to grow your business and develop your skills. So whatever your dream, whatever your vision is right now to create $500 a month or $5,000 a month, believe it or not, takes the same actions. You're just doing more of it. So what I can impart on you is take a full 12 months. How many of you guys go like this if you just came out of Celebration? How many of you guys got to go to Celebration or you watched? Everybody went to Celebration. I love you guys. That's awesome. And if you didn't, hopefully you got to catch it on live stream. So for those of you guys coming out of the event, commit to just 12 months of consistent daily activity. Even on days when life gets away from you and the kids need things and whatever's going on, just do one thing every day to move your business forward, because that's what we did. We committed that no matter what, we were just going to go and we were going to put our foot on the gas and not let it off. And Audrey and James have done the exact same thing. And some of you guys, I'm sure in the team, you're already experiencing this. Give it like the first 12 to 18 months and do something every single day to move the needle in your business. Even if it seems small, it will compound. So in our first 4 months, and this isn't typical, but in our first 4 months, we ran really hard and really fast. We were able to replace our incomes, which was amazing. 5.5 years later, Isagenix has allowed us to spend every day of our marriage together. We're about to have our 5-year wedding anniversary because of the freedom that this has allowed for us. The income that we've created with Isagenix has allowed us to give back to our communities, to take care of of parents who have required help, who have deserved help along the way. We've been able to travel the world, but most importantly, there are 2 things that I love more than anything, and it's not the money that we've made, it's not the lifestyle that we live. Those things are amazing. There are 2 things that I love more than anything. One is the ability to pay this gift forward. That the only way it works is if we teach other people how to be successful. The only way this works, you guys, if you're focusing on your own personal rank advancements, the only way that this works is if you start focusing on your team's rank advancements and you start focusing on your team being able to make money. You focus on your team's success. You focus on teaching your team the skills that you're learning. So you're not only the student, you're also the teacher. So all the wisdom that you get poured into by the leaders on this team, always receive it as a student with the mindset of paying it forward as a teacher. So it's paying forward the gifts that we've been blessed with. And 2, this one I couldn't have seen coming. My second, literally, like these 2 are tied. My favorite things about this industry is the person that I've become in the process. Building a business with network marketing, you guys, is with Isagenix specifically, the heart of this company, the heart of the Freedom Living team. What you guys have access to is the ability to stretch yourselves and grow yourselves into men and women that you never even thought that you could become. So much bigger, with all of the potential that you ever have the ability to reach is available to you through this journey. I'm talking a lot. I feel like you're...
I'm just observing the passion and the enthusiasm and how amazing it is, and I love it. Like, I'm actually just sitting here thinking to myself, like fellas, if you're watching this and you're in partnership with a powerful woman, fellas, get the heck out of the way and just let them do their thing, because they are masterful at this. They are better at this than we are. They're smarter than we are. Just let them breathe their fire and let them do what they're supposed to do, because I'm just in awe of you. I just think it's so fun to watch. I mean, I don't need to say anything.
Thanks, babe. So yes, the growth, the man or the woman.
And I just did a really good job. This is just duplication. I'm just excited.
Guys, he's taught me everything. Guys, you want to see like the actual realization of growth? Go back to Audrey Moss's 2014 comp plan video. Go back to Eden Slobin's 2014 ICU Toronto video where I was like a robot. Guys,
we got to answer some of these questions.
We got to answer some of the questions. All right, let's answer some questions. But that's how you can track the growth. So you can look at where you're at right now, your level of skill, your level of confidence, your level of belief in yourself. And even if you're just a 1 out of 10, just know that the only way to get to a 10 is to move through the fear and to take action. The only way to learn in network marketing.
You don't have fear. Hold on, let's just talk about that. You don't have fear. Fear is a unconscious programmed response to either fight or flight. It was designed to protect us when we were cavemen from like saber-toothed tigers. You don't have fear, you have worry. And worry is based on trying to predict or control an outcome from the future. Fear is a response that isn't real. Worry is a choice. So just be very clear about those 2 things. You don't have fear, you have worry, and worry is insanity because you're trying to control something you have 0 control over. Sorry.
Okay, so to move
through
that, to develop your skills, to become fierce in the business, to become smooth in your conversations, to become a better facilitator of change, it's all done through practice.
We have to answer these questions.
And the beauty is that you get paid while you're learning how to do it. All right, we're going to answer the questions.
No, this is amazing.
I don't think anybody's upset with this right now.
Nobody's upset at all. But here's what all the people who are on this line, the majority of them if not all of them, were at Celebration. Many of them have come out taking massive action. Many people have already seen a huge, massive growth. And then there are others that are kind of hitting the wall. They're wanting this to happen so badly. They want the 1-star and the 2-star and the 3-star, and they're doing the action. They are on the calls. They are reaching out. They are actively prospecting, and they're not seeing really the fruit. So what can you say to both of those people?
So so there's two groups you're saying. There's a group of people that have come out. These dogs are driving me. We're fostering a dog right now. So the 3 of them together it's bananas. To all of you parents out there of multiple children, like, salute. Okay. So, all right. So there are two groups of people on. So you're saying there are people that are coming out of Celebration.
Coming out and they're flying, they're soaring, their team is exploding. Others coming out, they want it so bad, and they're not seeing what they hoped they would see, even though they're taking the action steps.
Got it.
And it's been like 6 days?
Hold on. Okay.
10 days?
Got it. So what you do for the next 90 days, you will not see reflected in your business for anywhere from 3 to 6 to potentially 12 months down the road. That's the first thing to understand, is that right now you are planting seeds. And it'd be like if you were a farmer and you said, I want to grow, name something that you would plant. Orange trees, right?
Fig tree.
Great. I want to grow a fig tree. I'm going to go outside on a Tuesday. I'm going to plant some seeds, come out on a Wednesday and expect it to be producing fruit. You'd lose your mind. You would never think that way. You would say, okay, I know that if I plant my fig seeds today and I do a good job of tilling the soil and watering the plants, whatever it may be, my harvest is probably going to take anywhere from a year to 2 years. I don't know how long fig trees take to grow. Right? But anyway, that's how network marketing works. So first and foremost is give yourself grace and understanding that there's something to be said about the process of being a farmer, planting seeds, tilling the soil, and then reaping the harvest. And then you do it again and again and again. So let's first speak to the group where things are firing on all cylinders. What I would say is this, is make sure that even though you're running fast and things are working, that you're paying very close attention to your processes, because everything that you do duplicates. And that's what I talked a lot about at Celebration. So just be mindful that what you're doing is in alignment with all the amazing training that you received from Audrey and James, so that you don't just throw a bunch of people in a bucket and there are holes in your bucket and people just fall out at the end of 90 days, right? So make sure that you're being really consistent in how you are learning things, doing things, and teaching things. And that's really the 3 phases that you want to focus on, is learn it, do it, teach it. So even though you're on fire and even though you're killing it right now, be very, very mindful of how you're doing things, and understand that however you do things right now, you'll see that reflected from a duplication, both either positive or negative, 6 months, 12 months to 18 months down the road. Now, for those of you guys that feel like you're hitting up against a wall, that feel like things aren't moving as quickly as you would like, what I would challenge you to look at is, where have you set your thermostat level? Where have you set your thermostat level? And here's what I mean by that. We can never out-earn, we can never outproduce our level of personal or spiritual growth. So the same way that a thermostat works in a home, if it's cold in a house and I set the heater to be at 72 degrees and someone opens a window, yes, the temperature might drop a little bit because it's, say, 50 degrees outside, but the thermostat is going to regulate the temperature to come back to 72 degrees. Same thing if it gets increasingly hot outside. If I have it set to 69 degrees, the thermostat's going to bring it down to 69. So what that means is that whatever level you're experiencing right now is typically a reflection of how much you've grown yourself or how much you get to grow yourself. Now, that could have to do with money and where your relationship is with money. It could have to do with your relationships, where your relationships are with people. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just understand that in order for your income to grow, basically what you're being told right now, the feedback that you're getting based on your results is, okay, in some area of my life, I get to up my level of personal growth so I can raise the thermostat and raise the lid on what I'm capable of receiving in my life, which all of you deserve to receive an enormous amount of abundance in your lives. And it's our responsibility to open that lid as far as we possibly can so we can receive as much as we possibly desire.
And I'll just add one thing to that, and that's an amazing perspective. And Zach is 100% right. Work on raising the thermostat and really checking
being recorded. She said Zach is right. It's being recorded.
You're right. You're right a lot. I'll bring a different perspective. Now, there's not universals for everything, right? So what I'm about to say might not apply to 100% of the people, but generally speaking, the people that you may find that are getting the results quickly out of the event are either the people that have been consistent through the summer through May, through June, through July, through August, who just remain consistent and were planting seeds that whole time that are now in harvest season, or brand new people that have untouched markets. And so they're launching with a bang, which when you have a new person with some influence in your network and you really get going, you can get off to a hot start. I'd be willing to bet that the majority, again, not 100%, but the majority of the people are the people who were in action over the summer or who have a new, fresh, untapped network and have a ton of passion, excitement to go along with that, of course. And that the people who may be having a challenging time, generally speaking, again, this isn't 100%, but are more often maybe people that took the summer off or haven't been completely consistent and haven't been doing something one day or one thing every single day to move their businesses forward. There's nothing that makes building this business more challenging than a lack of consistency. So if you're in a stop and go kind of a phase of 1 foot in for this month and then a 1 foot out, every time you start over, it's literally like starting over. It's literally like
pushing a car up a hill.
It's literally like pushing a car up the hill.
So real quick, and then we'll come back to the next. So here's the mindset that we want you to have. You can do isogenics part-time, you can do isogenics full-time, but you cannot do isogenics some of the time. It just doesn't work. Now, that being said, what's really important is for those of you that know that you kind of took the summer months coming off of celebration a little bit light or whatever it is, or you took the spring season off and maybe you had life happening, like life happens for all of us. What's really important is to understand and recognize that none of that matters. What's really important is that you've declared that you're in a new season of your life. And so don't spend a second wondering, oh, what if, is it too late? Did I miss the boat? Did I totally blow it because I didn't build? That's not what we're saying at all. And so something I want you to write down for those of you guys that are taking notes, no matter what comes at you, no matter what you're experiencing in this moment, whether you're having success or you're struggling, write this statement down and make it a personal mantra. This has supported me for years. So what? Now what? So what that you're having a little bit of success coming out of celebration? Now what? So what that things are a little bit slow? Now what? So what that you've had a little drama in your life? Now what?
So what that you took the summer off? Now what are you going to do?
Yep. So
now
what?
That you found clarity, what are you going to do?
All right, we got a couple. We only have like
one more. We got one last question.
So good. Hey, comment in the chats if you guys have found value in this call from Zach and Eden. We love hearing that Eden is right, and that Zach is right. We love that.
I get validation from Carrie. Unless I get validation from Carrie, then this didn't do well. Then we didn't do well.
Probably doesn't know how to comment in the chat. Let's be honest.
We'll get some from him later. Okay, so last question. All right, so if somebody wants to grow into a leader of a large organization, which most of these people, if not all of these people, do. There could be a million of these, but what would you guys say are some of the most important behaviors, because you guys are huge on behaviors, the most important behaviors for someone to develop?
Oh, you want to do this one or you want me to?
You go ahead.
All right.
Because we'll wrap this, and if we're always happy to come back for Facebook Live or another call anytime.
Yeah. All right. So here's what I want to challenge all of you to do. It doesn't matter how I define leadership. What matters is how you define leadership. So I want you to write down the character traits and the qualities of what a leader has. What are the behaviors of a leader? And then here's my challenge to you. First and foremost, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and honestly assess whether or not you are showing up with those character traits day to day. And a very, 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 very high accountability technique that I'll pay forward to you is I want you to imagine for a second that there is a documentary film crew following you around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, observing all of your behaviors. Are you exuding the leadership qualities that you wrote down such that anyone that was viewing you would want to be a part of what you're doing? That's how you develop into a leader of a large organization, by high personal responsibility.
Okay, we got to jump off. I want to just wrap up with one quick thing, which is
we have our team call right now?
Yeah, we have our team call right now. I know, we got to go real quick. Guys, we've been a part of this company for 5.5 years, going on 6. We have never, ever, ever in the history of our experience with Isogenics been this excited about what is happening in this company right now. Now is the time. Dig your well before the water runs dry. Dig deep, dig deep. That's Zach's line. But dig deep. Get in the trenches. Get with your team. Do live events. Get in front of people. Ask people to take a look. This company, you are about to see a massive wave of growth, and you can have any portion, any part of it that you want. Kathy and Jim Coover and Eric Hoover have a vision so big that it'll fit all of your visions inside of it. James and Audrey have visions so big that it'll fit all of your visions inside of it. You are all loved. You are all supported. You can all do this. You can all learn the skills. I came from knowing none of this just 5 years ago. Practice, practice, practice. We really got to go. We love you all. Thank you for having us.
Long enough until you're willing to get good. We love you. Thank you for having us.
Bye so much. And guys, we are just so absolutely grateful and excited. Anybody else excited about that call? Wow. So
yes.
fun. Write this down in your notebook. On September 2nd, I believe the time is 3 p.m. Eastern.
I believe so.
I believe it's 3 p.m. Eastern. We are doing a workshop. Zach and Eden are doing a workshop just for their team and just for our team.
It's going to be an hour and a half.
An hour and a half workshop.
You're going to get everything that they have.
Yes. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
So who really quickly wishes that they had some more of their team on this call tonight? Maybe some new people would love to hear the passion that was just exuded. Okay, so our encouragement for you guys would be to make sure that they have that date in their phone as well. He's going to be talking about network marketing, the
compound effect,
the validity of this business and of this industry. Who would like to have more confidence and more just courage when it comes to network marketing as an industry? Who would like to feel more confident about this as an industry and a business? Okay, that's what they're going to be going into. So write that date down, put it in there, make it non-negotiable. You guys, what they said is so true. The next 12 to 18 months are going to be the most exciting months that any of us have ever been a part of, and we can make whatever we want of it that we can. We are so thrilled to be going to Scottsdale with you guys, to be running and to be exploding all of our business this fall. I know I am so fired up after that.
I know Carson just said she's so fired up. We're going to give you the Zoom link for what call. I don't think it's going to be on this one. I think it's going to be on one that Zach and Eden have, because we're going to have to expand it because there's going to be so many people from Freedom Living Team and from Team Easy on there. So we will get you that link. But guys, take this excitement and bring that into your organization, into the new people who are joining. Remember, we want to keep it simple, simple, simple. Use the Say, Share, Do Bible. Use the systems that we've had. Keep it simple, and let's continue to have the growth that we've been experiencing. We're so proud of y'all. We're so excited for you. And
here's what I'm going to do. We're going to post this recording on Freedom Living Team Business, and we would just love if you guys would just shower Zach and Eden with some love in the comments of some nuggets you took away, so that we can send that to them later in a screenshot to just let them know that you guys got some amazing value in that. You guys good with that tonight? Once you post that? Okay, cool.
Okay, awesome. Well, we love you guys, and we will see you next Sunday at 9 p.m. Bye,
love you
everyone.
guys. Let's roll.